What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another MFL video where we have got a lot of catching up to do. I didn't post a video yesterday because I wanted to wait for the cup games and show you guys the kind of results in the cup and how fruitful or less than it was for me. And then time just got away from me and I didn't end up making it. The England game was on and it's my son's birthday today, so I was prepping for that. But we're here today, we're here this morning. And we've got a lot to get through. And the first thing I want to talk about today is buying and selling players, because I made some errors. So I fixed some errors and I bought another player. And I want to show you who it is. A little $1 player. You can see it. Probably, maybe you can't under my face cam there. But before we get into that, guys, of course, if you're enjoying the MFL content, you could drop a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. That would be amazing. Share it with your friends if you wouldn't mind. And if you want to get involved in MFL, of course, make sure to use the code on the screen right here now, the referral code, or the one in the pinned comment or description. And upon purchasing $25 or more of packs, you will get a free player. So, with that being said, we've got a lot to go through, a lot to cover. Lots of games, lots of upgrades, and lots of fun stuff. But I sold a couple of players this morning, or like last night and this morning, as you can see there, 11:06 p.m., Fortress Agency bought one of my $1 players, and I always regret selling them because I want them for myself. And I made the mistake again of not cancelling the auctions of my players, even though this guy's a 42 rated right wing back. I don't know what M. Wesley saw in this guy, but still. So it made me go and look on the market, because I was like, oh God, like $1 players, like going, like what is there a change? Is a new league been added? Like what's happening? And no, it just turns out I just sold them, and it's dumb from me, because one of my strategies was literally having as many low rated players as possible and just, you know, kind of like brute force with mass MFL. And so selling these players is just dumb. It's just dumb. I ended up going and buying this guy. I was looking on the market at some players, and players like this really fascinate me. He cost me $1. He's only 23 years old. This is his first season, so we'll get 10 years out of him at least, which is nice. I really like his stat distribution. And so the way the stats work as well, if you play somebody in the yellow position, they get -5. In the off green, they get -2. In the red, I think they get -8 or -10. And then in the grey, they get -20. But for a 43 rated centre midfielder, I like him as like either a defensive midfielder that just doesn't pass, like no risky passes, because he's got really good pace, defending, physical and dribbling. 43 shooting as well. Obviously his passing is abysmal. I looked at him and I thought, as a centre back, he would be unreal. Obviously he wouldn't be, because he'd get -20 in all these stats if I played him at centre back. But I just thought to myself, let me pick him up, because 10 years of game time is like 1 year, like a little bit more than 1 year of real time. The game could change so much between now and then, to the point where, you know, it's possible that you could start training players into a new position. I don't know if that's coming. I don't have an inside scoop on that. That's just the sort of like natural progression of a Football Manager game that I would think about. So I thought, yeah, let me pick him up. Let me see where he goes. And I'm certainly going to go and invest in a lot more $1 players, I think, now that people kind of have got their teams together and are going forwards with them. However, guys, we have got... I just want to see if there's any action in the development center for me. I don't think there is. There isn't yet. However, I have had, in the last 24 hours, a significant upgrade on a new purchase and a significant upgrade on an old purchase. If we go to the last 24 hours here, first and foremost, I've got 5+1s in the last 24 hours, which is really, really nice. Mitchell's gone up to a 51, Mello to a 52, Wim Vos up to a 53, Guzman up to a 54. But as you can see here, in the last 24 hours, Mezaros, the new right back that I bought, has gone up 1 overall and 3 defending. Not only that, this season, he has gone up 2 overall and 4 defending. I paid like $12 for him or something, like $15 for Mezaros. And I was hoping, you know, he was one of the guys that I bought that because I felt like everything pointed towards him having the ability to go up loads. You know, he wasn't getting high average match ratings. He wasn't getting maximum minutes. Like, he wasn't training with the correct field of players. and yet he was still progressing. So the fact that we've got him now this season alone, since I bought him, he's gone from a 68 to a 70 and gained 4 defending in this current season. And let's see it here. We've got 3+2s now as well. Rebello with a 3 and 3 there, but +4 in defending. That is unreal. Like, that is unreal. It just makes him he might be my first choice right back all of a sudden, because he's got really good pace, really good defending, and really good passing for a right back. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. But the other big upgrade that I've had in the last 24 hours is Cornelius. So Cornelius, it was my affiliate player from, I think, 10 affiliates. He was an uncommon when I got him out of a pack as a 74 rated. He has gone up now this season, 1 dribbling and 1 shooting to 91. That's insane. For a striker who's only 75 rated, to get to 91 shooting is unreal. If he has got really high potential, even at like 84, 85, I'm not quite sure how much more shooting will go up versus the other stats. I don't know if it's like linear as like one, like I don't know if like he has, like let's say for example he's got 85 potential. I don't know if that means he'll go up 10 more shooting or to 99 shooting and then the other stats, or if his potential shooting might be like 94, but his pace might be like 80 and his dribbling might be like 85, and they will just scale like randomly throughout the course of the of his career. But I'm really starting to enjoy what he could offer for me next season, or alternatively loaning him out. Like, I'm really, really, really interested to see how the rest of his season goes, because if he still keeps growing, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we've got a lot of progression, guys. 3 defending in the last 24 hours, 5+1 overalls. I kind of need to see the last 48 hours for you guys in general anyway, because I didn't do a video yesterday, so you didn't get to see the previous 24 hours. But as you can see here, we've got Melo +2 passing, which is great for a right mid who's already got good pace and good dribbling. Wim Vos got 1 shooting, which is great because he's a striker. Cornelius got the shooting there. We gained 1 shooting on Cordero, a bit of a cup hero for me. We'll get there shortly. And then we gained 1 shooting and defending on Tortorolo. And he has been growing handsomely this season as well. We'll take a look at him again in a moment. We've got another few little +1s there. A +1 on Pallavicino, a +1 on Alvarez as well, in defending, mind you. But Tortorolo, let's look at current season for him, because he's a really interesting one in terms of his overall stat boosts. Where is he on here? I don't think he's gone up much. I think, didn't he go up 1 overall? I just missed out on him there. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. Should have just clicked on his name, shouldn't I, really? Would have been a lot easier. Let's go last 24 hours again and just find him. There's Pallavicino again. There's Tortorolo. I feel like he's had like, yeah, here we go. So this season he's had +3s now. Or well, he's had 2 in the last 24 hours, but he's growing like handsomely. You know, 1 physical, 1 defense, which is good for a right wing back, 1 shooting. He's got good pace, he's got good passing, and he's got decent dribbling. And he's 6'2". Like, I like him, and he's growing nicely. So that's where we're at anyway with the progression, guys. It's nice. It's really starting to like move. Compared to last season, I've already got like some really cool boosts. Whereas last season I didn't get too many cool boosts. I got the odd one here or there. But we're moving nicely. And like Rebello here, 3 defending, 3 shooting for him. He's gone up to a 54 already. He's only a +1 away now from that next tier, which would be absolutely delightful. And we're actually got quite a few players now on tier breakers. So in terms of rares, we don't have any. In terms of uncommons, we've got 3 players now on a tier breaker setup. In terms of the limiteds, we've only got 1. But in terms of the commons, what have we got? 4, 5, 6 players now up for a tier breaker, which is really, really fun. Really, really fun. With that being said, we had a whole bunch of matches, league and cup. I can't remember actually if we looked at the last league matches. Either way, we'll go through the most recent games. And we'll start here with Team Sweat. So Team Sweat obviously is a team that I expect to finish bottom of the table. They are in the worst league by far. As you can see with the results there, we ended up picking up a draw against LD Salmaik in the Ice League here. And I think I conceded extremely late. I did. Really disappointing. 89th minute to concede a goal. Probably a draw was a fair result, but we managed to get a goal for Grandjean. We got an 8 rating for the goalkeeper, which is delightful. Lots of big ratings on these defenders and midfielders, which is really, really nice. And it earned us our first point for the team. But the more important thing was the fact that we got a win in the Aspirants Cup Tier 52. Now, it is fair to say that this cup is not great for MFL because it's a really low cup tier. So the MFL per win is really low. But what a victory. What was most impressive about this victory was the teams were quite similar. Defending for both of us is 47. Midfield for both of us was 50. Offense for me was 46. For him was 49. Obviously, that only goes based on like the overall of the cards. So he's got a 54 rated striker with 71 pay. Wow, that's an incredible striker, to be fair, for 54 rated. Whereas I've got, you know, my 43 rated striker who's just well-rounded rather than exceptional in any particular regard. But looking at the actual match, 3.22 XG for me for only 0.94 for him. And so a 4-2 win there is absolutely fantastic. We got Russo with a goal and an assist, Bayer with a goal and an assist, Foster with a goal and an assist, Casanova with a goal, and the goalkeeper, Cam, with the assist. What goal was it? It was the second goal here. So this is the goal. Cam picks up the loose ball, or the ball in the box here, to put this up. A big punt down the field. Bayer just picks it up. And that might be, well, for me anyway, that's the first time I've ever seen a goalkeeper get an assist in the game, in all of MFL. I presume it has happened before, but that is a new experience for me. So that is pretty fantastic. So we got the first win in the Aspirants Cup 52. Now, obviously, the higher up the cups you are, the more MFL you get for all of it, really. Like the winning prize pool here is 1.5k MFL for winning this one. And that's because most of these clubs are all really poor. You only get 50 MFL for a group stage win in this cup, but we got a win. So we have already earned now our first 50 MFL for the season, which is absolutely fantastic. And then today, we've got just the cup match, I think, the cup match at 3:20 and then the league match at 7:10. So I'm going to have to go and do my teams and stuff in a moment. I won't bore you with me kind of like finicking around building the teams out, but a couple of games today, really excited about that, and we got our first win in a cup, which was great. For Road to Glory in the league, we took a 3-0 loss against Mole Academy. They are one of the better teams in the league, even though they haven't had a great start. I think they were just above me, though, in the overall stuff. And this has been a harrowing start to the division, I can't lie, guys, because I thought we were going to be mid to upper table, like, you know, in that sort of like 5th to 8th, maybe 5th to 7th range. And although we're only 5 games in and it's a long season ahead, it's been a disappointing start to the campaign. Maybe a little rethink on the team, on the tactics, but we've got some work to do with Road to Glory here. As you can see here, we took a 3-0 loss in the Ice League and a 3-0 loss in the Aspirants Cup Tier 39. What's interesting about this cup, as I said, guys, the higher up the tiers you go, the more MFL you get. So to win this Aspirants Cup tier, it's 2,200 MFL to win the whole thing and 75 MFL for a group stage win. And the reason why that is because it scales on like club quality, I guess. So the worst cup is the worst teams, which is why you get the worst amount of MFL. As for NepentheZ FC, we got ourselves a 1-0 loss to Trust the Process, which is a bit annoying because they're one of the worst teams in the division. The new team, Shawning's team there, got his win. Got his win yesterday. So he's now off the bottom of the table. That leaves us rock bottom, which is where we're projected and where I expect us to end up. But we'll have to wait and see for this one. But what we did do is we managed to get a draw in the Aspirants Cup. Now, this one here is Aspirants Cup 50, so just 2 above the other one that I was in. So another pretty poor one. You don't get anything for a draw, unfortunately. But generally speaking, a really good performance. And Melo here got the assist and got an 8.3. He's been the player that's been like progressing the most from this team, which is really, really nice. I think I was the worst team. Oh no, I was the better team here. That's really frustrating. 3 more defending for me, 7 more midfield for me, and 1 more offense for me. And we only got a 1-1 draw on. It does look like I probably deserved to win the game. But it wasn't to be. So tough for me, but there you go. And then it does get a little bit better, guys. First Owner FC got a 5-0 loss in the Ice League, but that's okay. Again, we're a feeder club. The fact that we've got 3 points on the board already is really, really nice. If we can finish anywhere in sort of like 7th, 8th, 9th, I'd be utterly amazed. But we did get a 1-0 win in the Aspirants Cup, which is really, really fun because this is tier 48, so it's a little bit of a higher tier. I feel like my opponent rotated quite heavily because I think he's like, I recognize this manager name anyway, but he's got 5 more defending than me, 8 less in the midfield, and 2 less in the offense. And as you can see here again from these match ratings, we had a fantastic time. Great XG from me, a thoroughly deserved victory. Even if it did come in the 93rd minute, it was a thoroughly deserved victory. Goalkeeper on a 9 for me, on an 8.9 for him, which is fantastic. But 3 points in the bag, which obviously if we can get promoted, if we can advance like through the group stages with a couple of these teams this season, just getting to the round of 16 will be 210 MFL, but we got 55 MFL for this group stage win, which is superb. So we're already starting to bank that MFL for the season, which is really, really nice. And then last but not least, guys, we've got Prestige 26. So this is my main team, obviously. As you can see here, we expectedly beat Breeze Atal B comfortably. Really, really frustrated that we didn't keep the clean sheet because Karlberg was on a 9 before the clean sheet and the defense was in the 8s as well. So really, really frustrated that we didn't keep the clean sheet. But really good performance. And there was one thing about this performance that I really liked, right? So Vuk got a goal, 7.9. Sikayera got a 7.4 with the assist. Aburl with another goal and an assist. Tajima with 2 more goals and an assist. As you can see here, Aparicio got an 8 rating with no goal, no assist, and a yellow card. He was unreal, and I want to show you how unreal he was. When we take a look at the match report and look at the combined teams together here and go into attack and go into dribbles, 17 dribbles for Aparicio. Fouls suffered 3. Vuk got 11 dribbles. Adam with 7. Tajima with 6. This guy's right wing, Fox, was next for him with 5, but 17 dribbles. When we look at passing, Aparicio here, 9 chances created. I think that's like literally when it results in a shot, you know, an attempted assist effectively in so rare terms. When it results in a shot, he created 9 chances, 5 successful crosses out of 12, 41 successful passes out of 56. How this man did not get a goal or an assist, I do not know. And it comes down from the fact that even though Tajima did score 2 goals and Vuk scored 1 and Aburl here scored 1, Aburl with 7 shots and only 2 on target, 3 blocked. Tajima here with 4 shots from 8. That's a good return, I actually think, from him, and 1.3 XG. It is a wonder how he did not get a goal or an assist, but it is exactly why he got such a high match rating. And he is proving to be, for me, just an absolute banger of a player. Like, I'm really, really delighted that I decided to kind of invest in him. Yes, he's 27 years old. Yes, he's 4 seasons in. Hopefully he goes till he's extremely, into his like late 30s, early 40s. But focusing on just this season, an absolute asset to the club there for Aparicio. And then, as you would have already seen, but I'll show you again anyway, we got a huge win in the cup. And the reason why it was huge is not only just because I want to win that MFL and get like into the next stage of the cup and generally do well with this team, but the reason why this is a huge win is because a 4-0 dominant performance against a really equivalent team. My opponent has got 68 defense to my 70. 69 midfield to my 69, 74 offense to my 66, and I smashed him 4-0 It is a really, really big win. And as you can see here, my ratings are amazing. Cordero with an 8.5, 2 goals. Moya's got 2 assists. Ochoa got 1 assist. Graziani did nothing. Giles got a goal there. Mezaros, the guy who is genuinely might just be my new right back now, my first choice right back, got a goal and an 8.1 rating. And in this cup, in the Rivals Cup Tier 14, we get 370 MFL for a group stage win. So that is another 370 MFL already secured, which puts me up at like 425, something like that, 450 or so, maybe 475 from my own cup wins. But then we look at the other players that I've got, and this is where I've spoken about loving this game for a whole multitude of reasons. But this is where I just love the game again. When I go to my players and have a look at my players contracted to other clubs, and then I go and look at all of these clubs, what we're going to go and do is just have a little brief look at the teams that won in the Aspirants Cup. The other ones we won't care about for now. So they lost in the Aspirants Cup. They lost. They won. They won. They drew, so we can get rid of those. They drew, and they drew. Lots of draws. So we've got Modena and Copenhagen here. So when we look at the contracts, for Modena, we get 5%, and for Copenhagen, we get 4%. So for Copenhagen Raiders, beg your pardon, we're going to take 4% of this cup win. This is tier 29, which is quite a high tier, so the win should be quite significant. The win for a group stage win is 100, so that's another 4 MFL in the bag. It might not seem like a lot, and it isn't a lot on a small scale, but it's just 4 bonus MFL already, guaranteed, secured. And then for Modena here, we've got 5%, I think, on Modena. Yeah, so 5% here, and now they are obviously a bronze team. So the amount of wins, the amount of they're in Challengers Cup tier 6. It's such a high cup. For a win here, it's 950. So for us to get 5% of that, it's literally 40 some odd extra MFL, which is a huge portion of MFL for one game win. So I'm really, really happy that the amount of MFL that we've already accumulated from the cup games yesterday, and obviously that's the first cup game, there's still lots to go. The amount of MFL we've already accumulated is somewhere close to 600, which is unreal. That is unreal, just from that first cup game. I'm really, really happy with that. Now, the upcoming games, obviously we've got the cup due again, but for Prestige 26, guys, we got our own cup win. It was really, really impressive. I made a mistake on Prestige 26. I was talking about it with Laird on the podcast yesterday. I did one with Laird, if you want to go and check it out. What's his channel called? I think it's just called So Rare with Laird. Just type that in onto YouTube and you'll find the podcast. I have not enough centre-backs for the season. My mindset was to try and utilise players as much as possible to get maximum XP and just have quality, especially for left-back, right-back, left-mid, right-mid, 1-for-1 switch-outs. For the strikers, I went for 1-for-1 switch-outs, but I could have utilised the same mentality. For the centre-mids and centre-backs, I wanted a rotation service. So it's Komatsu goes in for 2 games and basically have them on a 2-game rotation. So they always have maximum fitness and they always get game time and get rested. I forgot that I was doing that. And so I've hit myself into a situation now where the players I should have rotated, as you can see at the moment, Moyers and Komatsu, are low on fitness. So we've got to kind of work through that situation right now. So Ayala is going to go in over Komatsu for this game, which means Giles is going to get another game, which isn't so bad because obviously the cup is here for the rotation anyway. And then in at centre mid, we're going to be putting either Sekaira. Yeah, we're going to put Sekaira in over Moores. And then, of course, I've got to remember now to maintain this rotation system with my centre mids and centre backs because they are not just for the league. They are for a full rotation system. So we're all right now. The fitness of the players is good. The energy in general is good. We've got Komatsu and Moores on the kind of fit rather than fresh. But they've played every single game so far this season. They haven't missed one, which is really quite interesting. And then looking at these right backs now, Mezaros has got 15 more pace than Durica, a lot less dribbling, But now with that big defending boost, he's only 3 defending away, and he's got way better passing. I don't know what's more important, I guess, for a right back, dribbling or passing. It might be 6 and 2 threes. He's got a lot less physical as well, which is interesting. But if Mazaros shows me today and tomorrow success in more growth, if he's going at the moment, if he's just on a spike, on a peak, I want to get him as much match XP as I possibly can. So I'm going to play him in the cup today. If he even gains any attribute after the match XP today in the cup, he's just going to become my first choice fullback because I just would want him to get the most that he possibly could. So we've got 2 important games coming up today. We've got the Kamikaze Koalas and we've got for Keras United. So when we take a look at both of these teams, and we will take a look right here, this is a new team. Oh no, that's just the cup team there, isn't it? Let's go and have a look at their club page. I want to have a look at this game as well because I want to see if they're rotating in the cup and what kind of team they're putting in. And then we've also got the Kamikaze Koalas, great name. They got 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss so far in the league. So we're going to take a look at their club page as well. So for Keras United are bottom of Stone League 51. Their squad right now is healthy. He's keeping the fitness up, so he's rotating well. It does look like it's competitive toward me. Like, it's a good team. Maybe a little low on these ones here compared to my team. But what did he do for this game here? So we got a red card in the 84th minute. The game was already done and dusted by then. So he's got defense 69, midfield 72, offense 69. His opponent was way better. What's my team for the cup? So obviously he won't be able to have his 74 rated CDM in this next game, which is going to be quite handy for me. Should bring his midfield down just a little bit. But what is my, or what should I say, what was my setup for the cup? Because it's going to be basically the same setup now. So I've got 70, 69, and 66. So my attack is not quite as good. If I want to get a cup win there, especially if he's got a red card, I might actually put one of my better attackers in and just do a three-stage rotation system for a while to keep the fitness up. Because I wouldn't mind getting the cup win in there. So I think I'm going to put in Hajima over Giles. Who's got a better shooting? Yeah, over Giles. And just bring my scoring up a little bit, bring my attack up a little bit, and hope that wow, I've got 2 players called Giles. That's hilarious, isn't it? And hope that that's going to be good enough to help us. I wanted to use the cup as rotation, but we can, as I say, I can just do a 3-man rotation system up front. Not a problem at all. I feel like as well, Giles and Graziani are just not quite good enough for the club. They're just not doing good enough. But we'll worry about that later on. And so for Kamikaze Koalas, when we look at their squad, because obviously they're going to be who we're playing in the league later on today, I think my team's generally better than theirs. The fitness on their main squads, the fitness on the main squad is like, it's not great, which means I presume that they will rotate in the cup today and then have a full fit squad for me this evening. But I feel like my team is better than theirs by a bit. If we look at their league game, they drew with one of the best teams in the league. That's interesting. Oh, wow. He's got a really poor midfield, actually. Oh, they're playing 5 at the back, I see. So he's got 68, 72, 71. The defense down at 68 is quite interesting. And then for my main team, I've got 72, 71, 74. My defense is a bit better, but the attack and midfield is quite similar. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. So lots to play for this evening, guys. Overall, absolutely delighted with my cup performance yesterday, with the league performance in general. For me here with Prestige 26 now, I would have loved to have been 5 out of 5 for the start of the campaign. We've got our tough games yet to come. I fully know that. But the fact that Qatari Pula, who are the second best team in the league, behind I think Cremona is the other good team. Let me just grab up the projections here a second, because it's interesting now, isn't it? Because it makes me think, like, tactically, am I just better? Am I rotating better? Like, so Cremona MFC, who are third, are the best team in the league by a distance, it must be said. They've already dropped 5 points, sorry. They've dropped 5 points already. The second best team is Qatari Pula, and they are the second best by, again, like, quite a significant distance. They've already dropped 6 points. No losses for them yet, but they've got 3 draws. They don't concede many goals. 1 goal conceded only, but they're not scoring enough. Borough Azteca, who are top, are the third best team, and they are 5-0, which is great from them. That is superb. Masila are the 4th best team. They are down in 7th. I think, didn't I beat Masila already? Didn't I play Masila? Can't remember if I did, or have I got them coming up? Let me have a look. Who are my fixtures against? So I've got Kamikaze Koalas, who are just slightly worse than me in the table, or like in the best 11 projection. Then I've got Borough Azteca. That's going to be a difficult game. That might be where it starts all falling down for me, because we've got Borough Azteca. Then we've got Masila, who are a better team than me. Then we've got Cremona, who are the best team in the league. Then we've got Qatari, who are the second best team in the league. So I literally play all 4 of the teams above me, one after the other, after my game today against Kamikaze Koalas, who are only just below me. So although I've had a cracking start to the campaign, where we are in 5 days' time could be wildly different. Like, we could be in this 5th, 6th, 7th region here, or if the results go our way, we could be in this top 1, 2, or 3 still. And if at 10 games into the season, we are looking good in this top 3, I will go and get some big assets to help push for promotion. Because if we can get double promotion out of Stone League with the team that I've got, I would be delighted. With that being said, though, guys, that is going to be the end of the video for today. As always, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.